The bombs are broadcast to the world, but the people below aren't. With no journalists allowed in and just 1% internet connectivity, the voice of normal Iranians is also under siege.
What?
ITV News has spoken with 3 people inside, 3 sets of opinions about the war, their identities hidden out of fear of reprisals from the remnants of the regime.
I feel this is like our opportunity to get to freedom at some point. Yeah.
We didn't have any other option. We have been fighting against this government for 47 years, and they have been killing us. They have been killing us for many years, executing us, torturing us. So this is the last option that we have.
Actually, many people at the moment are very happy for this action, because we know that if there wouldn't be any action, more people were killed by the regime.
We know that this war, this targeted strikes will help them to change the regime, so people feel governments get secure at the end.
Pray for Iran, for the Lord to intervene and very swiftly and bring peace and tranquility. And please, since we are mentioning the Middle East, a special prayer for the Middle Eastern region and more specifically our beloved country, Iran. Please pray. It's been about 3 weeks now. There is a lot of uprising, a lot of protesters on the streets, and news are coming out. Thousands of people have been killed. I pray it is not the case. I pray it is not. But definitely a number of people have been killed thus far. Pray for Iran, for the Lord to intervene and very swiftly and bring peace and tranquility and a good change to Iran and a lot of countries in this world. Amen. Actually, to the whole world. Psalm number 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. Shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday.
All right, welcome back, family. Now, these are controversial questions that people are asking. Where is China? Where is Russia? Where is India? And why are they so quiet over these incidents that are happening when Iran is being taken down by America, by Israel, and by other the world powers which are having some interest in these countries? And we know well that today Putin has break the silence over all that's happening, over all that is happening, why they let the Iranian president or prime minister to die. So these are the questions. Why are they so silent? But what we know, or what I believe personally, is that the people from China, Russia, they don't like to put things in public to show the world that we are doing this. They don't like to speak much or to explain much of what they're doing. That's why today I feel like people are taking some judging in different ways, where we believe that this is not how things are happening. We do really believe that this is not how things are happening, but we have seen this in many times. Russia coming in to save or to help Iran. We have seen China coming in to save to help Iran from being taken down. We have seen all the allies who are being who are backing up countries like Russia and China coming up to help, or to at least address something of according to what is happening. And now this what is happening, which made the president of Iran to be taken down, is something that people have to understand, that when these things started earlier, nobody was able to know all that was going on. Nobody was able to see or to understand what was happening before it got to that position or to that point. Now that's why they've managed to do whatever they did. But at this time, we all know that Iran is not ready to back up. It's not ready to quit. It's not ready to give up. That's why they are doing their own best. We have seen countries like Lebanon. We have seen this happening in African countries. We have seen this in all the allies that are behind Russia and China going on addressing the issues that are affecting the country of Iran. We have seen this from we have seen this before even the attack started. When Professor Pierre Lumumba came out to address the issues, why America and Israel are so interested in Iran, why they want to invent Iran, because they are trying, they have their own interests. They are coming out to preach about peace, peace talk. They tell the world that all this war is about restoring peace across the world. But we know that there is something maybe behind this. We know that there are some interests, there are some targets that some people are targeting. So we cannot just come out to judge all that's happening if we are not sure of what is happening, if we are not sure of what is the plan, if we are not sure of why this all started. They came out to say that this is all about regime change. But we have seen this happen. We saw this same narrative being used when Iraq was being taken down. We saw this happening when Libya was being taken down. We saw this in several the global West countries when their leaders were being taken down. They came with the same narrative that we are fighting or trying to bring the regime change. But at the end of the day, it was not about the regime change, and that's when the people came to realize. And the people came to realize about this when it was too late. It was not about the regime change, but it was all about the intervention. It was all about the taking over of the resources. It was all about the new colonization, and that is what we believe that it's happening in Iran. But today, a lot is happening, and this has not only affected the people from Iran, but it's affecting the entire Europe. It's affecting the entire America. It's affecting the entire African countries, because what is being done here, we do really believe that this is about the world war being cooked, the third world war being cooked. So a lot has happened. A lot has been happened this year. We have seen the same happening in happening to Maduro, and the people from Venezuela celebrated because they were told that it is about regime change. But not that soon. People will come to understand all that's happening. So sometimes before we come out start to judge of what is happening, it's best or good for us to go deeper and understand what's happening before we come out with some comments or commentaries talking about what's happening if we are not sure about this. So we are just praying for Iran. We are just praying for this war to end, because when things continue happening like this, it's not all about Iran, but it's all about the world, because what will come after this, everyone will face it and everyone will feel it. That was just my views. I can't just explain much, because we're just here following up and trying to figure out what's happening and why all this. So let me have you visit the comment section. If you really believe that this is not all about regime change, then we can continue discussing about this for the entire as how things are happening. Be blessed and peace out.